Hi kids, I am really excited to show you what we are doing today. We are doing tessellation art, and that is actually a shape that repeats itself in artwork. I will show you a quick example right here. This is kind of a Finding Dory and Finding Nemo tessellation artwork. And the way that that happened is that there is just one fish that keeps repeating in the pattern. So this way the fish is upright, and then they had to flip it upside down so that they could fit it with no gaps. So that's one of the examples that we have. This is one that I drew and painted, and that was one of the ways that you could do it. This way is by tracing it out and then putting in the color you want to after. And I actually did kind of a hidden picture inside as well, and you can do that if you trace it. And that's a fun thing to do. It does take a lot more time. What I'm going to show you really quick, just to start, because I want you to be able to finish your project by yourself, but I'll show you how you do it. So I have some of these really fun like geckos, lizards, and these ones are actually tessellation shapes that they will connect and fit together kind of like a puzzle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a few colors, because I think it's really fun to kind of do a variety of colors, because then you see the different lizards. If they were all the same color, it might be harder to see them, but definitely be more adventurous, right? So I'm going to pick blue, dark green, and maybe I'll stick some orange and yellow in there, and maybe some red as well. So I will get coloring and then show you what the next step is in just a minute. So like for this, I'm going to go ahead, and this is my own personal artwork, so you do it however you like, but I'm going to draw in that middle part where there is a stripe down his back, okay? And then the rest of him, I will draw color green, okay? So see, I've done that. And then I will color the rest green. Okay. Switching out. Make sure to switch out colors when I need to. Okay, so. And the thing is I usually like to color it first before I cut it, because then if I go over the lines, I can go ahead and cut that little bit off. Now this is really important that you make sure you're careful as you're cutting, because you don't want to have gaps. Like as you see in this artwork, there's no gaps in between the shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next lizard. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my second one, and then I quickly went ahead and did my third one. And what I'm going to do with my other ones, and I actually have some more that I have printed off, because to fill a page, especially if you do an 8.5 by 11, you're probably going to need a few of these printed off. So I would say start with 2, but you most likely will need 3 pages printed of these. And these can be found in the on the internet, but I put these all together in one page really quickly, and so you can find that on the blog that we have set up for school. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep coloring, and I'll just add a few to my page, and then I'll let you continue with your project, and it's going to be so great. I'm excited to see it. So as you can tell, I've gotten 4 done so far, and I'm kind of even mixing up some colors. So like right here, this lizard, he's green and yellow, but I've done another lizard where he's green and red. So I'm kind of going to make that fun and give them some individuality so that in the picture you can see all the different ones there are. So I'm going to keep coloring and then start cutting in a minute and then start gluing them on the page. Okay, so I have lots of these colored and I'm going to go ahead and carefully cut them out so that I'm very aware of where I'm cutting on the lines. If you need help, you can ask your parents for help. Just be careful as you cut. The gecko is definitely a harder one to cut around, so maybe if you're a younger student, you can do things like the tree or the Nemo fish. Here's a few different options that I have right there. So plenty more online as well, but those are the ones that I have available. So I'll go ahead and get these cut out, and then we'll start gluing them on my page. Okay, so I've got a good portion of them cut out, and I will show you what it's going to look like as we glue them down. And as I was cutting, it's okay if a little bit, like I went a little bit into the tail. As long as you don't cut off anything like a leg of a gecko, you'll be okay. So I just barely cut into it, but it's still attached, so it's completely okay. So here, I'll show you. I'll lift up where we're at, and then we will be able to see what is next. We have our gecko, and this is our paper, and what we're going to do is decide where exactly we want to put him, because the first one is kind of going to help us know where exactly the rest of our pieces are all going to fit. For instance, if we put him facing that way, the interlocking pieces right here will be facing a different way. So I'll show you how I'm going to put them, and then what's going to happen is your other pieces are going to fit like a puzzle and just spread out from there. Okay, so as you see, I've already gotten some of mine down. There's my paper. And what I did is I went ahead and I kind of did a big just mark of where the glue went. So I just went all the way around, almost where 2 entire geckos would be. And so the reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to put him down and also to kind of carefully maneuver this green guy down, but not have to have him moving around too much once I've gotten him kind of placed where I want him to go. And so right here, I've already got, I had a little bit right there, but I'll add a little bit more, and I can always add more as I go. So like, as you can tell, this spot right here is going to fit our next character and, well, gecko. And what you want to do is to carefully figure out where exactly this next one will go. So like this way doesn't fit, that way doesn't fit, and let's see, we'll have to figure this out. Just hold on a second. Okay, so I realized actually that the head was meant to go right here, and so what you do is you just continue to move on and add more glue, and then just as puzzle pieces, sometimes you have to move and get them where they need to go. But I'm really excited to see what yours looks like, so I would love it if you would show me through the Marco Polo or however you would like to do it. If you want to even email me, that would be great. So I would love to see what your wonderful artworks of tessellation look like. This is one that took me a long time to do, but I was really happy with how it turned out. I had to add a little extra to it. I love hummingbirds, so you have fun, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Hope you have a great day and a great week. I will see you next week with more fun STEAM videos and Discovery Hour videos.